Only Rihanna could pull this off. Only someone with Rihanna's unique sense of style and passion for cultural significance could wear a gown this incredible without getting completely lost in all those layers of fabric and fur. When the Met Gala announced its theme in 2015, celebs were challenged with representing another culture in a way that was both beautiful and respectful. The gorgeous singer and trendsetter from Barbados has been wowing the world with her fashion choices since she was only 17 years old. From sky-high stilettos to red carpet ball gowns fit for high-fashion royalty, Rihanna is the queen of pushing the limits of trends and styles. A fan favorite is still her Adam Selman sheer gown with Swarovski crystals and 20s flapper hair. Talk about bringing her Caribbean love for bling to haute couture. With her status as a fashion icon of female independence firmly in place, it's no surprise that Rihanna continues to amaze media and onlookers at the yearly Met Gala. The star-studded fundraising event takes place every year, and each year the organizers provide a different artistically focused theme to attendees to encourage celebs and designers to think about fashion in new and innovative ways. In 2019, the guests were given the concept of Camp, Notes on Fashion, prompting kitschy and mismatched prints. Rihanna sat the year out to work on promotions for her Fenty Beauty campaigns. The year before looked at heavenly bodies, fashion, and the Catholic imagination, and examined fashion from a spiritual perspective. For this installation of the gala, Rihanna was a co-chair for the event alongside human rights champion Amal Clooney and designer Donna Karan. Rihanna played with the heavenly theme in a custom John Galliano gown and hat, a look that gave her the title of Pope Rihanna by fans. Her 2017 Comme des Garçons look was even more artistic. The event is in support of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City. The gala itself, however, has become so much more than a night for charity. It's a night for art and fashion to come center stage and push the limits of the imagination. 2015 was no different when the Met announced the theme titled China, Through the Looking Glass, which celebrated China's influence on Western and Eastern fashion and design. The event was in joint collaboration between the Department of Asian Art and the Costume Institute, and the gallery exhibition featured Western couture inspired by Asian cultures alongside Chinese costumes, paintings, and other art. Many celebs looked amazing on the red carpet in bright red gowns, the quintessential shade of Chinese culture from a Western perspective, and endless designs with embroidered florals. A striking realization, however, was that most of the designs gracing the red carpet were by American and European designers, honoring the culture and playing on the Met's chosen theme. Where were all the Chinese designers? Then comes Rihanna. As always, the talented beauty is not afraid to stand out from the crowd. The canary yellow and fur-trimmed gown with its massive train dazzled the crowds and fellow celebs. The design featured a cape with waves of embroidered florals indigenous to ancient Chinese culture and fabrics. The massive cape is lined with fuchsia fabric, matching the bustier that peeks out from the fur sleeves. The dress is crafted with a lot of gold thread and fox fur. The train was so long that she needed help from the red carpet security as she walked up the steps to the museum. Rihanna also later shared that she had struggled to get out of her car when she arrived at the event because of the heavy fabric. She told Elle that the car exit had to be properly planned out. "We had to choreograph it," she started. "Who sits at the door? Where does the coat go? Where do I sit?" Not surprising, since the weight of the ensemble is over 55 pounds. It was a gown fit for an empress. In fact, Rihanna's gown has an imperial name, Yellow Queen, and was created by Chinese designer Guo Pei for a show in 2010. How exactly did the incredible gown make its way to the US-based star? Rihanna told Vogue during her red carpet interview, "It was a miracle how it happened." Rihanna added that she'd been researching Chinese fashion and design online in preparation for the event and stumbled upon it. She told Vanity Fair, "I'm so in love with this dress, but the train is insane. I can't really walk in it without any help, but it's so worth it. I love this dress so much. It's Chinese couture and it's made by Beijing-based designer Guo Pei."
Handmade by one Chinese woman. It took 2 years to make this.
Pei told The Cut, "The process of the production of the dress, it is a transfer of life itself. It's a work by the people of the past who have devoted themselves and their time to the work. Although the original look designed by Pei included a corset and shoes, Rihanna decided to add different accessories. Rihanna rocked a spiral headpiece in gold along with a choker necklace. She completed the look with a pair of lace-up strappy pointed stilettos with sparkles and a simple hairstyle that didn't distract from the luxurious details of the work of art. Pei later shared that she didn't mind the star reinterpreting the gown in her own way and that she was happy about the attention being brought to Chinese couture and culture.
How brilliant of you to do this!
Thank you.
Over the years, Rihanna has had an impact not only on the music industry, but also on perspectives of other cultures. Her way of combining the aesthetics of Barbados with her style and fashion has allowed a Western audience to appreciate and respect Caribbean culture. She's even gone for dreadlocks and Rastafarian colors from time to time. Rihanna's roots play a big part in her views on the importance of inclusivity. The 32-year-old entrepreneur grew up in a small, middle-class home in Barbados with her mother, a Ghanaian immigrant, and her father and 2 brothers. Her humble upbringing is what allows Rihanna to so easily see injustices in society and stand up for the respect of culture and minorities. It's why the decision to wear a Chinese designer to the gala was so obvious to her, while the idea eluded so many others. Rihanna has become an icon and the role model for many Caribbean women as a girl whose talent took her from a tiny island to the red carpet of the Met. She's not afraid to wear what she wants, regardless of trends. She makes her own trends. Just look at the exaggerated empire waist puffy gown by Giambattista Valli that she wore to the 2015 Grammy Awards. With a dress as lavish and ornate as Pei's design, Rihanna was the perfect wearer. The designer told Fashionista, "Only she could wear it. Not everyone can handle that dress. Only women who have the confidence of a queen could wear it." Rihanna, however, has moments, just like everyone else, when nerves and insecurity take over. She later revealed to Elle magazine that just before stepping onto the red carpet that night, she'd suddenly become nervous, worried that her outfit was too much. She said, "I remember being so scared to get out of that car because I felt like I'm doing too much." She also shared that she was driving past the red carpet. Watching the other beautiful gowns, she became self-conscious of her choice. "People are going to laugh at me. This is like too much. I thought that." Rihanna had her car circle the entrance 3 times before she worked up the courage to step out, finally telling herself, "Let's just go." Now, the star doesn't regret her decision, knowing that her choice made a positive impact more than she could have expected. Wearing something so bold always comes with a risk, but one that Rihanna is aware of and has taken time and time again. After the event, some unfortunate memes of the star's gown popped up. Some compared the yellow couture to an omelet or Sesame Street's Big Bird, but Rihanna held her head high and remained confident in her decision to showcase the Chinese design. What Rihanna also may not have realized when she metaphorically clicked the Add to Cart button was what wearing the unique gown would mean for the designer. At the time, Pei, who's been called the Chanel of China, was in the middle of a major brand collaboration with MAC Cosmetics, a 16-piece collection that took 3 years to complete. Pei also had 2 pieces in the Met's exhibition. Although she'd previously worked with high-profile Asian celebs such as Li Bingbing and Zhang Ziyi, Pei had been mostly unheard of to North American stars and fashion enthusiasts. Luckily, all you have to do is get your immaculate designs worn by Rihanna and instant fame follows. Just ask Puma. After Rihanna's collaboration with the shoe brand, Puma saw an increase of 40% in US sales, not to mention the line selling out in mere hours. Before she reached out to the designer, Pei admitted that she wasn't aware of the singer's massive fan base. She told Fashionista, "I didn't know very much about Rihanna." Pei definitely knows who Rihanna is now, though, and the world knows Guo Pei. The yellow gown has become a symbol of Pei's breakthrough into the North American fashion and design market. Her main goal, however, was to bring her passion for Chinese design into an international appreciation. Pei said to The Cut, "The focus and the attention paid to the dress will make it remembered by the world. It's my responsibility to let the world know China's tradition and past, and to give the splendor of China a new expression. I hope that people do know China in this way." The designer sees her pieces as expressions of the soul and art. Pei doesn't only cater to celebs and red carpets. She also believes in everyone having the chance to wear beautiful garments. She stated, "I see power in the ordinary people and in the desire to own a beautiful dress. It brings them a power and energy." It isn't only Rihanna's gown that took years to create. Pei's garments are all labors of love, and her piece titled Magnificent Gold, which was featured in the Met's exhibition, took 50,000 hours, while another called Blue and Porcelain took 10,000 hours. That's a true investment into the art. A 2019 exhibition at the Asian Civilizations Museum titled Guo Pei, Chinese Art and Culture, featured many of the designer's masterpieces, including the Yellow Queen. The exhibition showcased Pei's unique blend of traditional and contemporary Chinese designs, juxtaposed with ancient pieces and clothing from China's past. Pei's latest collection from spring 2020 draws inspiration from the Himalayan mountains and utilizes antique textiles, reworking the designs into modern looks. We all know what happens within cancel culture when a celeb makes the mistake of supporting something not so politically correct. But with Rihanna's Chinese dress, the outfit was an act of showcasing another culture's design in a respectful way and came at a very important time. The entertainment industry has a history of running into issues regarding cultural appropriation and a lack of diversity in people and cultures being represented. The century-long Oscars were almost canceled when many artists protested the event in 2015 after nominations displayed a lack of BIPOC actors and directors. This movement was one of many over the past few years that have directed the media's attention towards the inclusion of more diversity in entertainment. At the Met Gala in 2015, celebs and stars were the history of another country. When the theme was first announced, some worried that the American-based event would be full of Orientalism, the negative appropriation of Asian culture. Luckily, most stars at the event were able to respectfully represent and interpret Chinese history, couture, and culture without being offensive or insensitive. The exhibit's curator, Andrew Bolton, told Vogue that the point of the theme is to recast Orientalism in a more positive light, as an exchange of ideas and an honored source of influence. Bolton claimed that the event was a reinterpretation of previously negative stereotypes of Chinese culture and certain design elements such as lotus blossoms and dragons. The museum offered a nod to art and artifacts from the past in the exhibit, including an emperor's robe on loan from the Beijing's Palace Museum. The Met, however, failed to celebrate the modern and contemporary designers working in Chinese fashion as we speak. With Guo Pei being one of the only Asian designers gracing the carpet, surely there could have been more work done to include established and up-and-coming Chinese couturiers, such as Vivienne Tam and Zhang Guang'er, or artists like Ai Weiwei. Other than Rihanna's choice of gown, it was a missed opportunity by many stars. With the help of celebs like Rihanna who love to showcase designers of color, that's exactly where the future of fashion is headed. Now, fans and the public are quick to gently call in the politically incorrect actions of those with major influence around the world. As a society, we move forward and learn. As Hollywood and the regular population alike strive for a world that's more inclusive of cultural diversity, there can also be more focus on supporting the Black community and other minorities, especially in art, fashion, and entertainment. Rihanna brought an elegance to wearing a piece of someone else's culture, especially a design like this that holds significance to many people's history. That's why Rihanna was praised for her choice of gown. Rihanna's 2015 carpet look by Guo Pei went down in history as one of the most iconic gowns to ever grace the Met Gala steps, influencing many other stars to look beyond the popular American and European designers on their regular rotations for galas, premieres, and events. For example, Beyoncé has become a fan of Ivorian designer Rebecca Zorro, helping the West African couturier break out onto the international stage. But Rihanna's work in inclusion and diversity in the industry didn't stop in 2015. Rihanna's line of cosmetics and skincare products, Fenty Beauty, tore down barriers when she first released the beauty products in 2017.
It is about diversity and inclusivity.
With their tagline, Beauty for All, they really meant it, with 50 inclusive shades of foundation and a focus on traditionally hard-to-match skin tones. Rihanna wanted to create a makeup line so that people everywhere would be included. Rihanna, in one genius move, changed the cosmetics game and let people with every skin tone feel like they could see themselves in a high-profile brand. More recently, Rihanna has been expanding her brand of Fenty to include other products such as clothing and accessories. All along, Rihanna and her brand have been striving to be inclusive of all communities on a global scale. Fenty is pushing the boundaries on the existing state of fashion and beauty and creating new forms of inclusivity through luxury designs. The Fenty creator has also used her platform for philanthropy and charity close to her heart and values. Rihanna founded the Clara Lionel Foundation in 2012, a charity to honor her grandparents. It funds education programs in Malawi, Barbados, and Senegal, and emergency response programs in the Caribbean. For using her voice and presence for good throughout the world, especially in the entertainment industry, Rihanna was awarded the NAACP's President Award for her distinguished public service. In her acceptance speech, the star said,
"We can only fix this world together. We can't let the desensitivity seep in."
Rihanna's fashion represents the shift towards a more inclusive and culturally diverse industry of entertainment and fashion, as well as the singer's powerful independence. Who needs a date on your arm with a dress like this?
Drink the moment. Drink it.
Thank you
this
so
is
much.
rare life. You are so inspiring to so many people.
Let us know your favorite Rihanna red carpet look in the comments and subscribe to The Taco for more videos about your favorite stars.